showdown here in Boston, where the Celtics will square off. And the Houston starting five. Brooks and Martin manning the backcourt. Luis Scola at the power forward, and Big Yao Ming in the middle, and Battier. Yao has had to deal with injuries in the past, but missing last year must have really been hard for him, Clark.
Hey, nobody likes to miss an entire year, Kevin, especially if they are the face of the franchise and really the face of the nation in the NBA. And he's a terrific low-post player, is Yao Ming.
He's a very proud person.
He sure is. That's a great point.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Kevin, as far as their offensive strategy, he told me the great thing about coaching this team is that he doesn't necessarily need to draw up any fancy strategy because these guys are so smart at that end of the floor. Today, it's more a matter of giving them a few basic ideas and letting them do the rest. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. So shooting is certainly on the menu early in this one.
Well, when you get right down to it, that's the name of the game. You've got to put the ball in the basket.
And Clark, with Yao, the fact that he missed last year came while he was just hitting his prime.
Yeah, that might be the most disappointing aspect of it all for Yao, Kevin. I mean, he was really starting to become a dominant player, and then he had to sit the whole season.
The Rockets, Clark, played last season without Yao Ming. That is a huge loss for them.
Yeah, both figuratively and literally when you talk about what he means to that team. And despite that, they missed out on the playoffs, but they still had a winning record overall.
And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Pierce. Rondo's got his first basket. Here is Brooks. About 3.5 minutes left in the first. Battier outside. Here's Yao. Good from 11 feet out. And here's Rondo. Allen for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
Brooks dishes to Martin. Brooks outside. Battier the pass to Scola. Martin, he's covered by Rondo. From deep, Brooks.
He didn't make the shot, but you can see where coach is unhappy with him being left that wide open.
The shot by Pierce will not go. A slow start here for Houston in this one. 6-point game. Scola kicks to Battier. The shot misses, so Boston will take it the other way. Tipped. Ray Allen is on the wing. He's guarded by Battier. Pierce for three. Again, Pierce missing. He's trailed by 6. Brooks right side. Yao grabs the rock. Here's Martin. Another shot. The Rockets again can't hit.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
Here's Garnett. Takes it up. And here's Houston. They trail by 6. Brooks outside. He's picked up by Rondo. And Brooks gets it to go. Here's Rondo. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Aaron Brooks, Clark, the NBA's most improved player last season, and well deserving of that honor.
Yeah, he was. First player to win it while playing for the Rockets, Kevin. He's a great shooter, tremendous explosive quickness, and he's excellent at creating space with his shot.
Celtics leading by 4. Pierce for 3. And the shot is good. Pierce has got himself on the board with 3 there. And here are the Rockets now. And now the first timeout call here for the Rockets. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Boston. Davis comes in for Kevin Garnett. Houston also making some changes. Miller comes in for Yao. And it's Lee in for Shane Battier.
For your Celtics dancers.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
A little miscommunication on that one. Both guys have to be on the same page when you're moving the ball around.
And here's Brooks from outside. And Davis pulls it down.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Still
ball. Here's Rondo. Passes it back to Allen. The three. No good. And the Rockets go the other way. Here's the break. And Kevin Martin, the bucket on the assist by Brooks. Aaron Brooks. Martin's got his first points of the game. Allen for three. That's good.
Hey, Allen!
Here is Brooks. And here is Lee. Defended by Allen. Two on the clock. And he knocks that one in.
A pretty finish right there, Kevin. Take it up and then throw that thing down.
He didn't have to
That's right. Keep it simple.
First quarter over, and big numbers up on Rockets. 10. And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here's Rondo. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Patrick Patterson. Lowry out there with him. Then there's Martin and Miller.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Rockets trail by 8. With age comes wear and tear, and the Celtics experienced some of those injuries when you look at last season. Garnett and Pierce having knee issues. But you know what, Clark? Even youngsters on their team got banged up. Big baby Glenn Davis. He had a thumb, actually a broken thumb. He had an ankle injury. I mean, health is such a big issue for young and old.
Yeah, that's just part of the game, Kevin. You hope that you're fortunate as a team not to have crippling injuries to key players. And Rondo's hamstring, I think a part of it is just playing in a tough division. And another part is certainly age. That's a factor. But you can't say that for guys like Rondo and even Big Baby Davis.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Kevin, there is no doubt that Kevin Garnett has played a ton of minutes over the course of his NBA career, but the esteem he's held in league-wide is unquestioned. Larry Bird said, everyone who knows KG knows what kind of player and what kind of leader he is. He is someone who demands guys play hard every single night because that's the way he plays. When a legend says it, you can believe it, guys.
That's right, Doris. Thanks. To the paint. Myers from 14. No good from Lee. Clark, you mentioned health last year for the Celtics. Health has to be a concern for them again this year, too.
Without question. It's a matter of the coaching staff and the players massaging their minutes, taking care of their bodies, and doing the things necessary to be ready come postseason time.
And here are the Rockets now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Lowry kicks to Martin. Uncovered. And Davis pulls it down. Last season, after spending all his career to that point there, Kevin Martin moved on from Sacramento to Houston.
Yeah, Kevin, it was a down year for him overall, just by a fraction, though. But he seemed to pick things up after he recovered from his injuries in Houston. When he's healthy, he's one of the dynamic scorers in the league.
And here's Rondo. Wide around, 3 minutes left in the second. Lafer, and another basket for Boston. Here's Lowry. They trail by 11. He's picked up by Rondo. Now a timeout called by Houston. So both teams changing it up here.
Now to the court. Celtics dancers, give it up. All right. For your Celtics dancers.
Here's Yao. Lee kicks to Battier, shoots from the corner, and the jumper is good. Battier's got his first points in this one. Celtics leading by 9. Robinson for 3. Yao is on it. Now Lowry, not on the scoreboard yet. Battier, the pass to Yao. And Davis pulls it down.
No defense there to bother the shot, and he still misfired. His coach does not look happy.
Jacks up the triple, and it's Robinson that time on the assist by Allen. Robinson's got 6.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
From about 16, again, Yao missing.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all. He's been stroking it from long range all game long. Actually, most of his points have come from beyond the arc.
Fans of the Celtics, they've built such a rapport with their franchise. Each generation, it seems, to grow, and Boston now is a veteran team. Frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin. And there were a lot of questions about if their window might be passed or closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Here is Lowry. 1:15 left in the half. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Kevin, thank you. Well, a painful finals loss for this Celtics team last season. Two chances to finish off the Lakers. They were ahead in Game 7 for 3.5 quarters, but couldn't get the job done. Now, with an aging roster, the question becomes whether the Celtics have what it takes to make another run. Guys, we'll see what this season holds for them.
Well, I wouldn't count them out just yet, Doris. Thank you. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Miller. Off the inbound. Kept it, and he flushes it through. Sprite Slam Cam with the replay.
That's a fantastic effort, Kevin. I mean, really, offensive rebounds are so important to helping your team win.
Clark, just look at how he used his strength to get back up and finish.
Yeah, I love it.
Here's Battier. Nice shot by Brooks.
Excellent defense, and the steal earns him a quick bucket in transition.
Here's Rondo. They lead by 11. Brooks gets the rebound.
Oh, that jam would have been something else. Key words being would have.
Again, the miss by Brooks.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up.
Wafer, a well-timed shot bait, got the defender off the ground right there. Here's Brooks. He's got 6. Miller with the ball. Behind the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Wafer for 3. Rebound by Yao.
Oh, and did he ever want that 3 as payback? Unfortunately, he couldn't return the favor.
Here's Brooks. And Houston again with the bucket.
He makes such intelligent plays with the basketball. Always aware, always a threat to score.
Wafer for 3. Henderson snatches the defensive rebound. And so we wrap up the first half.
Some good numbers for Ray Allen. He has 17 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance. He's been just as deadly from beyond the arc as he's been inside of it.